Boxing King Media in association with Boxer Steve Wood. A big event in Doncaster. You've had the Furies out. It's on TV. You've got an end-to-end scrap going off at the moment. Big statement from you.
Yeah, I'm really pleased how it's gone. You know, we've had a good attendance, and as you say, it's gone out on YouTube, and we're having good responses from that. And it's on sporty stuff, still live as we speak. I've just come back. The English title fight's halfway through, 5 rounds gone, difficult to split, and that's what people want. They want to see 50-50 fights, and if you're here tonight, this is the 10th fight, and we've not had a stoppage yet, so it shows you that they're not matched easy.
I spoke to Jimmy earlier, he was saying how hard it is at this sort of level where you got to make sure you sell the right amount of tickets, but at the same time your fighters are getting the right amount of rounds and competition rather than just coming to get rolled over.
Yeah, you know, it's a difficult job this, and it's not getting any easier. I've been doing it for nearly 30 years now, and you think you've seen it all and heard all the excuses, but something pops up at every show, and you know, we've not had it easy today, but we've battled through. We've got all 11 of them matched, and I think everyone who goes away from here is going to say they've had value for money, and everybody who's watched it on the YouTube or watched it on the TV are going to be entertained, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Any particular performance that stood out for you tonight?
No, do you know what? I've been impressed with them all, really. You know, they've all had step ups there. Reece Mold's come up from featherweight to lightweight, which is a big jump, and he fought a good lad in Jordan Ellison, who's a strong lightweight, and he coped very well. Again, it was a good fight. Jordan doesn't roll over for anybody, and he pushed him, and that was a decent performance. As I say, the English title fight at the moment's a cracker, and I'll go back and watch the finish, and you know, we had some good wins. We've had a loss, haven't we, and a draw, so it shows they're competitive.
You had Reece Mold back out in action again. Have you got some plans for him next? Because he's obviously fought at a good level before, obviously come just short, but he's back again.
Yeah, do you know, he should have fought for the English title tonight. I think that'd be a good step for him now, you know, rather than just jump into the British, because you've got to mature into the new weight, and you know, the lads who fought for the British the other week on the show I did on Channel 5 with Wasserman, big strong lads, and you know, it might just be a jump too soon yet, but if we can do the English for that Ahmed Gas, put a good performance in there, there's no reason why he can't step up and fight for the British and hopefully win that and kick on. But you know, sometimes you can push him too quick, and I don't really want to do that.
What do you think of Roman Fury's performance? His family are quite proud of him. He looked very composed for somebody who's never stepped in the ring before.
Well, do you know what? I was just saying to someone just before he went on, you know, all the pressure, because we've had a lot of media attention, and yeah, we have got a good show, but fair play to Roman Fury, and Fury's helping us out. He brought a lot of attention to the event, and it was for him, and you know, what I was saying, when Campbell Hatton, with all the pressure of his dad Hatton, fought his first 4-rounder, he probably could do his standing head on the gym, but he was blowing like an old man after that, and you know, for his debut, all the pressure he's had on him, never fighting as an amateur, having no white collar, it was a tough one for him, and he breezed through it, you know, so fair props to him, yeah.
Really nice kid as well. I just want to get your opinion on, from a promoter's perspective. Obviously, you would have seen the news recently. Eddie Hearn did an interview yesterday where he kind of confirmed that the boxing board never actually sanctioned the fight in the first place. So, you know, your views and opinions on that, because I think it was on the 23rd of September they found out about, you know, the failed test, and from that moment the board were never going to sanction it, but obviously they're all on with fight week. Just your opinions and views on all that.
Yeah, I mean, when you say they never sanctioned it, I don't know what you're saying by that. You know?
I think the board were never going to sanction the fight. They weren't going to have the fight on, so I think they told Eddie Hearn quite early, and I think he confirmed that in an interview yesterday with IFL. But obviously they still rolled with it, and I've not really said what was going on behind the scenes, whether they were going to try and convince him to do it.
Well, if that's true, I'm disappointed. I mean, I was reading it as if the board had only just found out when the Daily Mail leaked the story, and I thought they acted really well and stopped it straight away. So if they've known about it for 2 weeks, it's disappointing they didn't come out sooner, but I think the right decision was made. I think Eddie's PR for the week, and he's normally brilliant, was not the greatest, and he'll probably be regretting what he's done. But you can't have drugs involved in boxing, you know. It's bad enough in the cycling and other sports where, you know, they just competing against themselves and times, whereas here they're actively trying to hurt people, and it's got to be a zero tolerance. And if Conor Benn's been taking the substances that we've been told he has, you know, he can't be allowed to fight, and he's got to get a ban, if not a lifetime ban. You know, got to be zero tolerance with this. We can't be seen as a sport to be allowing it. And you know, if it happens 2 weeks ago and the board were aware of it, unless it was like waiting for some evidence, I'm disappointed that it took them so long to act.
I can definitely confirm that, because I'm just thinking back now. So on the 23rd, the British Boxing Board were made aware by WADA, Eddie Hearn was made aware, Wasserman was made aware, and both fighters were made aware on that date, but obviously it was never made public up until the Daily Mail released it.
Yeah, well, that's disappointing. It's disappointing from the promoter's point of view and the manager's point of view of the people involved in it. You know, you shouldn't let your boxer fight somebody who you know's been on the juice, and as a promoter you shouldn't want to be promoting a show that a boxer's been on the juice. As I say, you know, disappointed if that's the truth. Yeah.
Last question on that. I think there's a technicality. I don't know what you think of this, but because it was WADA, they're not sanctioned by the British Boxing Board, so the Boxing Board technically can't suspend Conor Benn. So really, he may not get a ban if found guilty.
I don't understand that, you know, as I'm aware, if you're tested by VADA and you fail, it falls under the scope of the Boxing Board of Control and UCAD, because what's the point of having VADA testing if you're not going to act on a positive case? So doesn't add up at all to me, that. So I'm sure that they work together. I don't know, is it VADA or WADA?
I think it is VADA with a V. Yeah.
Voluntary one, then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the one everyone pays for, and they're kind of, I think they're American based, but they're supposed to be the gold standard of testing.
Yeah. Well, what's the point in paying for it if you're not going to listen to it? You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, and you know, the only reason maybe the UCAD tests were negative is different times. I've been watching stuff of this doctor who's been involved with them, and it's quite scary really when you hear what he's been saying and what he practices in. That, you know, he's even allowed to be involved in the sport, and you know, I think he's a British Boxing Board of Control doctor as well, so you know, I think he's got to be pulled in, and you know, they've got to look at this and find out exactly what went on. We don't want the Dillian White episode happening again where he's brushed under the carpet, because it's not good for boxing, and you know, it's the boxing that's going to suffer for this if we don't deal with it quickly and directly.
Well, this doctor, obviously I've been watching all the stuff on Twitter update as well, but he's actually, on his website, he claims that he's Tyson Fury's doctor. I've asked Tyson tonight, and Tyson confirms he's his doctor and he looks after him if he has a cold or anything like that, and obviously squashed any of the claims.
Right, okay, well, as I say, I can't speak for any of the other people on it there, and you know, probably I shouldn't be speaking on this because I don't know too much about it, but I'm the same as you. I'm really interested in it because I'm involved in the sport, and you want it to be a good sport and a clean sport. And
just to wrap up on yourself, Steve, what is next for your promotion, and where you guys at next?
Do you know what? I've had a bit of a mad one. I'm supposed to be doing 5 shows in 5 weeks. The Queen, we missed one there, and we had the one where there. But I've done 3 shows in 5 weeks. I've got a few weeks off. I'm going straight from here to the airport, fly to Portugal at 6 o'clock here. Tomorrow morning, or this morning it might be now, and we're out November the 12th in Wigan with a great show. December the 3rd at Bolton. December the 10th in Liverpool, so some good shows to watch. Yeah.
Any standout main fights that fans can keep an eye out for?
Yeah, there is, but I just need to contact them before we get over the line. But yeah, there's going to be some good fights, mate. Yeah.
Steve, I appreciate your time, and it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, thank you. I'm going to go and watch the main fight now.